In the village of Umi, a little village in the eastern part of our kingdom, there lived a king who had no heir to the throne and not even a single child of his own. He sat outside the balcony of his palace one evening with his hands on his chin, thinking about who would take care of his kingdom if he passed on. Rumors had been circulating around the village that the king had used his wife's womb to secure the throne of Umi, as he himself was not the rightful heir to the throne. Ada, he called to his wife, who was sleeping in her chambers, while he was outside contemplating what to do about their childlessness. He kept calling, but she couldn't hear him. He had to send one of the guards to fetch the queen. Shortly, she emerged and rubbed her eyes, yawning. It was obvious she hadn't slept enough. "My king, here I am. You sent for me," she said groggily. The king asked her to sit down, and then he began. "Rumors have been spreading throughout this kingdom that I used my unborn children as sacrifices to secure the throne of Umi. This has troubled me deeply, and I am getting old. I want to hear the cry of a baby in this palace and have an heir to my throne," he said, stroking his beard. The queen was silent for a moment. Even though the news hadn't reached her yet, she was saddened by their barren state. "My king, I understand how you feel. I also long to hear the cry of a baby. Is there nothing we can do?" she asked, tears welling up her eyes. "First thing tomorrow morning, before the cock crows, we will journey together to the neighboring village to find a solution. I have heard that they have the best native doctors." "As you wish, my king." The queen bowed and left for her chambers to sleep. The king sat outside for a while, and then he let her retire into his chambers. The queen couldn't sleep as she kept thinking about the solution to their problem. She wanted to be the one waking her husband up in the morning to set out on the journey to the neighboring village in search of the solution. Very early in the morning, before the cock crowed, the queen had already woken up. She went